Hello everybody, in this video I want to talk about Clozemaster. So before talking about Clozemaster, let's just define the word cloze, C-L-O-Z-E. So a cloze test is something where you have portions of the text removed and you have to fill in the blanks. So let's have a look at Wikipedia's definition of a cloze test, and I can read that out for you. So from Wikipedia, a cloze test is it's an exercise, a test or an assessment consisting of a portion of language with certain items, words or signs removed, where the participant is asked to replace the missing language item. So cloze tests require the ability to understand context and vocabulary in order to identify the correct language or part of speech that belongs to the deleted passages. This exercise is commonly administered for the assessment of native and second language learning and instruction. So, and then it goes on to say the word cloze is derived from closure in Gestalt therapy. So let's have a look at Clozemaster and we'll see how it works. So here I am on Clozemaster, so it's clozemaster.com, and this is the front page where you see all the different languages you can learn. So you can start off with your target language if you want to change from English to another language that you learn from. And the languages here are arranged in popularity, so you can see that Spanish, French, German are the most popular languages, followed by Japanese. So Clozemaster works on spaced repetition, so this means that the sentences you see will come up again at some stage in the future, so whether it's tomorrow, next week, next month. And then you can mark some of them as mastered if you want to, so you click on a little tick box and that puts the sentence into the bottom of the pile and you won't see it for about 6 months. So just in case you think you've got it now and then in the future you may want to be reminded again. So that's quite good, that works on long-term memory. So I think Clozemaster is a good app or good program to use if you're looking to use it on a long-term basis over a period of months, because the content, there's a lot of content on there. Actually, having said that, the content does vary from language to language. So for the big languages like French, Spanish and so on, there are more things to do on there, there's more content, and the more if you pay the premium as well, the $8 a month, you'll get access to everything, so that's quite good. So I'm going to do a Polish session, so let's type in Polish, and as you can see, the string of characters I'm typing in narrows the search down a bit. So Polski, and what we'll do is we'll play a session and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the dashboard here, and it has all the statistics of my progress, and here are lots of different options to study different things here. So if you just wanted to study the 100 or 500 most common words, you could play this game here. What I've done is I've selected Fluency Fast Track, which mixes up all the words, but it gives you all the common phrases to start off with, but it doesn't give you basic ones, it gives you longer phrases, but it mixes them up quite a bit. So anyway, let's play it and you'll see what happens. So when you press play, you have the option of choosing vocabulary, listening or speaking. If you click on listening or speaking, that's for the pro option where you have to pay money. You can do one speaking session a day, or one listening session a day, I think, and then it blocks and you have to pay the money. You can choose how many sentences you do, so I've just stuck with the default, which is 10, and most people do multiple choice. So let's start off with multiple choice, and then I'll do a text input one afterwards. I want to do text input for Polish because my spelling is awful in Polish, and that's what I want to concentrate on. So anyway, let's have a look. So the multiple choice gives you four options that you choose from, and you have a series of 10 questions. So as you can see, there's something missing here. and you have your source language here. So mine's English. So what are your thoughts on this? So the word I need to put in is sadish, which is thoughts.
Co sądzisz na ten temat?
And you come up with the the audio at the end. So you can play that again if you want to.
Co sądzisz na ten temat?
And then if you want to, you can mark it as 100% mastered. I haven't marked any of my sentences yet because I want to just keep repeating them until I'm happy. If I were to mark this as 100% mastered, then it would go into I wouldn't see the word repeated for about 6 months. So it will actually, I'll do it and I'll show you how it happens. So set to 100% mastered. Next review date will be the 31st of August 2021. So that's quite a long time in the future, isn't it? It's like nearly 6 months time. So no problem, let's just crack on then. So this is my plan. To jest mój plan. That's easy, isn't it? That's the same as English.
To jest mój plan.
Wiem czym what they are. So one.
Wiem czym one są.
So far all quite easy stuff. No powinieneś tutaj. So that's to talk, which is rozmawiać.
Nie powinieneś tutaj rozmawiać.
You know the way, don't you? Znasz drogę.
Znasz drogę? Nie?
I think it's this one.
Nie patrz na innych z góry.
Z góry. So if I didn't know what some of these words meant, I could click on this phrase and it could take me to Google Translate, Wiktionary, or a couple of other translation apps. If I want to add it to my collection, I can do that, and then I can review the collection sentences later as well. Mamy tylko kilka godzin, which is hours.
Mamy tylko kilka godzin.
At the top here it tells you how many you've got left to go. So I've got 3 sentences left to go, and I've got 7 correct and 0 incorrect. That's like a streak. I don't think I've ever got that streak before. Okay, I'm going to do a review lesson and I'll use text input rather than multiple choice. So with this one, it reviews everything. So I think at one stage I did the prepositions lesson down the bottom there and I clicked on 1,000 most common. So this reviews all of those things I've clicked. So on here I've got text input and vocabulary. So let's have a go. So again, I'll get 10 questions and I have to fill in the missing blank. So we only need a few more minutes. So that's we need. So it's potrzebuję. So this is good for me because it helps me with my spelling in Polish. Potrzebujemy jeszcze kilka minut.
Potrzebujemy jeszcze kilka minut.
Musisz iść. I have to go at once. So at once, I can't remember what that is. So I could guess and start putting in some letters here. And if it comes up red, it means it's wrong. So what I'll do is I just don't know this. So I click on the box here and it brings up the multiple choice options, and I won't get so many points for this, but I'm not in this for points anyway, so don't worry. So I must go at once, which is... I don't know actually.
Musisz iść natychmiast.
I just guessed. Oh, I'm up to level 33 now, so I'll tell the world about that. Not. Nie możesz mi w tej chwili zrobić w tej. So sometimes the sentences are long and you have to break it down and work out what's missing. So I don't know, I'm going to click on the multiple choice again. Sprawie.
Nie możemy w tej chwili nic zrobić w tej sprawie.
Yep. Tom mówi, że nie przyjść dzisiaj do... So that's the word for school at the end there. So Tom says he doesn't want to go to school. Who does these days? I might have to look this one up as well. Oh, hang on. School. I've got all my characters set up here on the keyboard, which is great. Having the Polish keyboard is similar to English actually. You just hold the Alt key down and press the funny letters. I don't know how to spell this, so I'm going to have to resort to the multiple choice. So there, oh, szkoły. Okay, szkoły.
Tom mówi, że nie chce iść dzisiaj do szkoły.
So who are you going with? With who to go? So it's got to be either iść, yeah. So it's going to be the verb to go, iść. Idziesz. Yes. So you get the idea of this. It's quite good fun actually. Nietzsche wished, so I don't want to get married. So the interesting thing is here, this word wished, which means to exit, I think. So this is like an idiom, an expression in Polish that doesn't translate exactly into English. I'm going to have to do multiple choice again.
Nie chcę wyjść za mąż.
So I don't want to exit with a man. I think that's what it means anyway. It might be enter with a man. So that last phrase was a good example of how Clozemaster uses idioms and expressions that don't translate exactly back from one language to another. What about if you're a beginner in a language? So here's an example of how you can use it if you're a beginner. So if you're a beginner in a language, how can you get the most out of Clozemaster? Well, I'll show you. So let's have a look at Hungarian. So what you can do is, rather than take the fluency fast track, you can scroll down and play the 100 most common words game. So as you can see, I've already been playing with this one, and we'll do the same as we did in Polish. And you'll see the phrases are a little bit easier. So Tom knows now. So Tom már tudja.
Tom már tudja.
That's all there was. Ez volt minden.
Ez volt minden.
I'm here now, so most itt vagyok. Here I am.
Most
Ricardo vagyok.
Ricardo vagyok.
I'm not very advanced in Hungarian, but I can recognise all these words, so it's quite a good way to start actually. Perhaps it's not ideal for absolute beginners. Perhaps you want to start with Duolingo or just get a feel for the language, but this is using the most common words, so it's quite easy for me. So Tom most hol van?
Tom most hol van?
I know who you are. Tudom.
Tudom, ki vagy.
It's all going to be okay. Minden rendben lesz.
Minden rendben lesz.
What is me?
Mi?
Tom is here too. Tom is itt van.
Tom is itt van.
And it's always like that. So is it mindig ez van?
Mindig ez van.
And that's how you can do Clozemaster if you're a beginner. So let's look at some of the other features on here. So you need to be in a language to have a look. So I'm just going to click on Spanish, for example, and you'll see it looks the same as the Polish and Hungarian from before. You have your fluency fast track here. So scrolling down, we see the same as in the other languages, 100 common words, 500,000 and so on. Scrolling down even further, we have more detailed stuff here. So the closed collection is what other people have shared. So this is where it varies so much from language to language. So for example, in the Polish one, there's only, I think, 2 shared things in there. In this one, all these Spanish ones that are shared, you'd have to be a pro member to access them. And there are quite a few different things here. So obviously it will vary because it's what people themselves have shared. And then you've got grammar challenges. So this is the same as Polish and the previous ones we've seen as well. So I've actually had a go at this because in Spanish this is quite a common difficult one that trips people up, is por or para. So I've played that one before. And then further down, so as you can see, that one is accessible, but the others are only available for Pro members. And then further down you have listening exercises. So these listening ones won't be available because that's for Pro members. And then the reading exercises, so this varies in different languages as well. It depends what's been added. It's categorized by different subjects here. So as you can see, I've done a couple of these in Spanish, and let me just click on one I haven't done. So as you can see, you're allowed to play one, and then the others you have to be a pro. So let's play this and show you what it's all about. So it's a text with different things missing. So what you have to do is click on the missing gap and fill in the blanks. So it's the same kind of principle with multiple choice. So let's read this. La Vierge de Greco Vida. Notes. Okay, I'm just clicking anything really. I'm not really concentrating. No, 3 out of 4 wrong. That's not bad, is it? I'm just doing this to show you how it works.
La biología, del griego beta omicron sigma, bios, vida, y lambda omicron gamma alfa, logía, tratado, estudio, ciencia, es la ciencia que estudia a los seres vivos y, más específicamente, su origen, su evolución y sus propiedades, nutrición, morfogénesis, reproducción, asexual y sexual, patogenia, etc.
So it reads the whole sentence out, and the Spanish voice is good actually, but in the Polish one it's like a robot and you can hardly understand it. So that's one of the reasons why I've come to Spanish to show you this as well. So that's the text reading, and obviously you earn points every time you do these things. And you can see there's quite a wide range of subjects here. So this would kind of be more attractive if you were a Pro member, because you would have access to all these different reading exercises. So that's pretty much it for Clozemaster, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and take care, stay safe, see you soon.